Ari Fleischer, former White House spokesperson. Thanks so much for joining me. Ari, I know our time is short, so I want to jump right to it. What is your assessment of the U.S.-Israel relationship today?
I'm worried about it. I'm worried that this administration is not embracing the Abraham Accords, for instance, that we should be full-throated welcoming the Abraham Accords and celebrating it, seeking more Abraham Accords. I'm worried about our move toward Iran and away from Israel. So this administration is not as stalwart toward Israel as previous administrations have been, and that's worrisome.
It absolutely is. And Ari, what I've heard is that the Biden administration won't even use the language Abraham Accords,
Right.
Never mind encourage more countries to make peace with Israel. Let's also talk about the Iranian threat. There's been news today about the Iranians moving into the green zone in Iraq, and every day there's more and more bad news coming out of the Iranian regime.
Yeah.
What is your assessment on that?
Well, look what Donald Trump did. You talk about peace through strength. When he took out Soleimani, it sent a signal around the world, but especially to Iran, don't mess. And you know what? It settled things down. When you don't send those signals, they start to probe us, don't they? The Iranians become more aggressive, the world becomes more aggressive. It's a classic lesson, and Joe Biden hasn't learned it. Instead, his lesson seems to be to repeat what President Obama did and try to strike a deal with Iran when Iran has no interest in striking a deal.
Ari, do you think that that the Biden administration, there's any chance that they'll switch course with the Iranians, understanding that they are not negotiating partners for the U.S.?
No, when you look at who President Biden has surrounded by, when you look at his Secretary of State, when you look at their track record, it's not an encouraging track record. And President Biden himself, remember when he was vice president, when he went to Israel, he wanted to create distance between the United States and Israel over settlement policies. No, I have little faith this administration will turn it around.